and finish up because I know Jaden wants to go. And Grayson, you can show us what your husky can do. Okay. So Jaden, I see you're trying to load again, but let's do it at the end now so we can go ahead and get started. Okay, perfect. Excellent. So again, our routines and procedures for our session is please have your mic muted. And then if you have a question, you can unmute or put it into our chat and we can answer questions. So let's talk about today. Today you actually don't have a lot to do. You have a quiz to do on adding fractions, and then you have ST Math, and then iReady Math. If you haven't done your 2 lessons this week, make sure you get that done today. And then you have PE with Miss Amber. It's just a quick 5-minute video, and then please go outside and play today. It's not raining. It's supposed to be warmer than yesterday, so it would be a really good day to go outside and play. Yesterday, we took our kids outside and because it was windy and it was rather cold, but because it was windy, we flew a kite outside. That was really cool. We haven't done that in a really long time. So yeah, have fun outside today.
Mrs. Collins,
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead, Nathan.
I don't know. How have you been playing outside this whole week? Because I've already been playing outside this whole week.
Okay, good.
That is definitely me. I always play outside every
I
single
don't
day.
even care if it's raining. It's like, I love the rain.
So yesterday,
Peaceful.
Me, my brother and sister, we were outside. So my sister was drawing. I was on one of the swings chilling with my umbrella and my blanket and my Chromebook, just watching stuff. And my brother was watching stuff on the other swing because the small one. Now we have 2 swings in the backyard. One of them is a big blue one that's meant to swing on, and then we have another one that's a white that's meant to be like sit and not swing on. But my sister was drawing at the table that was outside, and recently before even school even ended, before this whole coronavirus stuff started happening, I got a new umbrella. It's purple. So it's cool. Not as cool as my other one, but I really do not care. And it was so bright on my eyes that I literally had to lay down with my blanket over my eyes.
Thanks for sharing, Linus.
It's been so cool.
Go ahead and mute your mics, please.
Oh yeah, it has been cold lately though.
It's Corona time.
All right. Thanks, guys. Mute your mics, please.
Yay!
Okay.
That didn't.
Mute
I thought that would work.
No, it didn't.
I thought it would work.
Okay. All right, excellent. So I'm actually going to share my screen with you because I want to pull up our quiz that I put into Canvas. Okay, so you'll see my screen here in just a second, and then I can go over to Canvas. So let's see. Let's see if this works. Come on, load.
Mrs. Collins, cross fingers.
I know. I'm hoping it'll load.
I think it's loading on everyone's right now.
Yeah. It loaded for you guys? Okay, it just hasn't loaded for me.
Not yet. That's the same with me. Mrs. Collins hasn't loaded for me either.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to try and refresh real quick and see if that helps. there we go. Hopefully everyone can see that I'm now sharing my screen so you guys can see our chat here.
I can't see it. Oh, never mind. Sorry, it's just loading up.
Okay, turn off your mic, please. Thank you.
I know that's from. I think that's from the
look into a screen that has another screen that has a screen. It's never ending.
It is. It's never ending. Okay.
Optical illusion.
All right. Excellent. Okay, so let's go ahead and mute our mics, and I'm going to continue.
I can't see it. Okay, now I.
Okay. Mute your mics. Thank you. All right. So now we have, I'm sharing my screen with you. So now I'm going to move to Canvas, and then you won't see the screen and a screen and a screen. So now you guys should be able to see my Canvas. Okay. So I'm going to go to Modules. And this is my Canvas, so I have a lot of modules. You guys don't have as many because I save all of my modules for myself. And now I'm down at the very bottom because that's, oh no, what happened? It went to the top. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here is your 5th grade checklist, and then here's your quiz. It says adding fractions 5.4. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to preview it so you guys can see the questions. There are 7 questions. Your first question is, what is 3/8 plus 5/12? And then you have multiple choice. So basically what you're doing is, I know this isn't necessarily what it looks like in our book, where we have the 3 is what is our numerator, and our 8 is our denominator, plus 5, which is our numerator, and 12, which is our denominator. Because Canvas formats it a little bit different, I had to write it a little bit differently. But just so you guys know, 3 is your numerator, 8 is your denominator, 5 is your numerator, 12 is your denominator. So you're looking at 8 and 12, and you're trying to find a denominator that both 8 and 12 will go into. So if you think about it, 8 and 12, will it go into 20? So yeah, it won't go into 20 because 8 times the number doesn't equal 20, and 12 times the number doesn't equal 20. So we know for sure it's not this one. So that means it's either this one, or this one. So that means your denominator then you're changing it to is going to be 24. So 8 times 3 is 24, and then whatever you do the bottom, you have to do the top. 3 times 3 is going to be 9. And then 12 times 2 is 24. So 5 times 2 is 10. And you add those together, and you should be able to see what the answer is. Okay, question number 2. Which common denominator can be used for 1/2 and 7/5? So 1 is your numerator, 2 is your denominator, 7 is your numerator, 5 is your denominator. So you're looking at the numbers 2 and 5. Which common denominator can be used for 2 and 5? Okay, so that one should be pretty easy. If you're not sure, you would do your LCM for 2 and 5. And then once you find the lowest common multiple, then you'll see that it's going to be one of these. And you just choose which one. Okay, question number 3. Again, which denominator can be used for 1/3 and 3/5? So 1 is your numerator, 3 is your denominator, 3 is your numerator, 5 is your denominator. So looking at 3 and 5, those are your denominators. So which one of these can be used as a common denominator for 3 and 5? And if you're not sure, then again, do your LCM. So your lowest common multiples. So you do your multiples of 3, do your multiples of 5, and then which one do they have in common? And you should see one of these answers. Okay, question number 4. Is it true or false? Are these equivalent fractions to this setup? So you have 2/3 plus 5/6 plus 4/9. 2, 5, and 4 are all numerators. 3, 6, and 9 are all your denominators. So you need a common denominator for 3, 6, and 9. And this question is saying, is 9 the common denominator for all three of these? So if it is a common denominator for 3, 6, and 9, then you would put true. If it is not a common denominator for 3, 6, and 9, then you would put false. Okay, now let's look at question number 5. Okay, true or false again. Are these equivalent fractions this to this? So again, it's the same number from question number 4. So 2, 5, and 4 are your numerators. 3, 6, and 9 are your denominators. Here's your denominator over here. You have 18, 18, and 18. Is 18 a common denominator for 3, 6, and 9? If it is, then you would put true. If it isn't, then you would put false. Okay? Number 6. Number 6 and number 7 kind of go together also, just like number 4 and 5 went together. So number 6 says, Kevin makes a list of the tasks he has to do after school. How long will it take to do each task? So here are his tasks. He has to read, and that takes 1/3 of his time. He has to do homework, and that takes 3/4 of his time. And then he has to play soccer, and that takes 4/6 of his time. How many hours will it take Kevin? Please turn off your mic. How many hours will it take Kevin to complete all tasks? So what you're going to do is you're going to add 1/3 plus 3/4 plus 4/6. And you're going to find your LCM for 3, 4, and 6. And once you find your LCM for 3, 4, and 6, that's going to be your new denominator, and you create equivalent fractions so that you can add them together. Once you add them together, you put your answer right here in this box. Okay, number 7. Kevin makes a list of the tasks he has to do after school. How long will it take him to do each task? So again, it's the same setup as question number 6. He has to read for 1/3 of his time. He has to do homework for 3/4 of his time. And he has to play soccer for 4/6 of his time. This question, though, is worth 2 points because you're going to answer the question and explain. So Kevin says it will take him less than 1 hour to do homework and play soccer. Is he correct? So that means you need to add homework and playing soccer together. If this takes him less than an hour, then yes, he is correct. And then you explain why. If you add these together and it takes him more than an hour, then no, he is not correct, and you need to explain why. So this one's worth 2 points. You get 1 point for saying yes, he is correct, or no, he is not correct. And then you get a second point for explaining why he is or is not correct. And once you've added these together, you can use that, you working out the problem, as your explanation. And then when you're done, you hit submit quiz. And you should be able to see which ones you got wrong except for number 7, because number 7 I have to grade since it is a short answer. But the rest of them you should be able to see what you get on that. And you have, just like in class, I allow you guys to do retakes. So once you see that if you did not do well on this quiz, you can retake it. Okay? So, type in questions you may have for me. Okay, so Jayla asked, how do we know? So what will happen is once number 7 is graded, you will get a score if you go to your grades tab in Canvas, you can see what your grade is. And then if you need to retake it, you can go in and retake it. You can retake it, or you can take this quiz up to 3 times. Yes, Moses, the test is on Canvas. That's why I just showed it to you. It's already in there. It's called Quiz Adding Fractions 5.4. Okay?
Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
For a second, your screen, you were talking so fast that I couldn't catch up. So it was kind of funny. I could just see you just talk after when you were just talking. It's kind of funny.
Oh, okay.
And I guess you were just talking way too fast and couldn't catch up.
Okay, no problem. I'll go over it with you again, Linus, okay?
Don't worry, I heard.
Miss Collins,
I heard.
Yes.
do we do this on computer or do we print it out?
Nope, you do it on the computer. So, were you able to see my screen, how it's already in the computer?
Okay, Miss Collins.
Yeah, because it's in Canvas, so most of them are multiple choice or true or false. It's just the very last one. You will need to type in your answer.
Yeah, I really don't get to do the test today. Today's the last day of home study for 2 weeks, and then gotta do home study again.
No, we have home study. You guys have school next week.
Wait, I thought next week was spring break.
Nope, it's not for the week after.
I do know one thing though. My brother's birthday is next week.
Yep.
He's turning 16.
Wait, what?
He's turning 16.
Wow.
I think his birthday's on. I don't remember.
Someone's calling. Is the live session over?
1st of March.
Just about. I just want to make sure. Is there any questions about what you need to do today?
Oh yeah, Mrs. Collins.
Wait, Miss Collins, didn't they say we have to work for 2 weeks, but then in 2 weeks we had spring break?
No.
It's my birthday on Tuesday.
Mrs. Collins.
Yes.
I really wanted to tell you this. I forgot to do my iReady on ST Math yesterday, so I'm gonna have so I think I might have extra lessons of iReady and more time to do ST Math, which I like.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for telling me, Linus. That's fine.
I forgot to tell you that at the beginning of the session. We need to get into our iReady books now. We've wasted quite some time. I feel like we've wasted quite some time.
No, we're not getting into our books today because we're doing the quiz.
What?
It is on the homework, I think.
No, so
Checklist.
I just have the quiz for you guys today, and then ST Math, iReady Math, and PE with Miss Amber. That's what should be on your checklist today.
Hold on, Mrs. Collins. I'm gonna go tell Mom that we aren't doing iReady books today.
Okay.
I guess you know that.
Okay. So if there's no other questions, I know Grace wanted to show us one more thing with her husky, and Nathan, no, we only have 1 week for spring break, and that starts let me see, 3rd, 4th, 6th. It's the 6th through the 10th is when our spring break is. So you guys all will have the same type of work next week, and then the week after that we won't have any work because we'll be on spring break. And then because they announced that we are closed till the 30th now, when you come back from spring break, we'll be doing these types of assignments again, all online.
Miss Collins.
Yes.
My dad doesn't live with us. She lives at my grandma's house. And I have a picture of her.
I'm sorry. Someone else has their mic on, so it's really hard to hear you.
That's probably me. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm just very cold.
I have a husky too, and she doesn't live with us, but I have a picture of her.
Oh, okay. You can show us. If you would like to go ahead and turn your cameras back on so we can see you, because that's all that I had for you today. But again, if you have questions for me or you're struggling with the quiz, please see me during my office hours, 12:30 to 1:30, and I can help you work those out. Okay?